eagle-like features. Now, one of the amazing adaptations which have helped us describe in tunnel darkness. Like you, these birds have two forward-facing eyes, but they have given away their colour vision. These birds do see in black and white. Even though they see in black and white, they can see 35 times better than you and I. Lopsided ears give these birds incredible hearing. They can catch and kill their prey, even in complete darkness, just by listening, just by using that hearing. Now, can you hear an owl flying over your head? I don't think so. These birds have crazed flight feathers which disrupt the airstream, and these birds can fly in total silence. You cannot hear an owl flapping its wings. Now the other adaptation I wanted to mention was, believe it or not, these birds can actually turn their heads in an arc, a little bit like that, of up to 270 degrees. So watch out if you're a little field mouse and you're sitting behind an owl. Now a pair of barn owls could catch and kill anywhere up to 2,000 mice a year. Do a great job to keep them on the ground. So meet Bernice, the black-breasted buzzard. Bit of a mouthful, but we should be birds here a standout raptor adapter. Now these birds are known as nest robbers. So they rob the nests of other birds of eggs and chicks, eat the both of those, and then they also come down to the ground. Here in Australia, the largest bird that nests on the ground is an emu. And I just happen to have an emu egg here with me today. It's a plaster cast of an emu egg. It's about the same shape and size, just as strong. Hopefully all I need to do is place this egg on the ground, and Bernice is going to show us how to get in there. Those talons are really strong, not quite big enough to wrap around an egg that size. She needs a bit of help. I've got that right here as well. Plain old simple rock, picks up the rock, lines up the egg. Obviously, whoever made that egg didn't do a good job, but you got the general idea. She picked up a rock, used it as a tool. A lot of people think that this is just a trick that we've taught our black-breasted buzzards. It's not a trick, it's a natural adaptive skill. There's only one other bird in the world, there's only one other bird in the world that shows that same type of behaviour, and that would be the Egyptian vulture. So you'd have to go all the way to Africa to see that bird. So very lucky to have the black-breasted buzzard here in Australia. Give it up for Bernice. It's really important out in the wild. It helps long-billed corrallers learn their local dialect, helps them find food, find a mate, work out with their territory. Really important. But Kevin here is so clever, not only can he communicate with his own kind, he can also communicate with us. He's even got his own microphone. Alright Kevin, you've been around the back watching the show, it's pretty good. Seen some amazing adaptations to those parrots and birds of prey. Kevin, what do you reckon is the most amazing adaptation of all birds? Wings. Wings are really important, with a wingspan of 2.5 metres. A wedge-shaped tail, what gives them their name. This next bird is a diurnal hunter. Means they hunt during the day. Meet Jess, our wedge-tail eagle. Now, their plumage can vary from light brown to black as they age. Jess here is a pretty dark bird. That's because he's the eldest animal here at the sanctuary. He's actually 40 years old. They can live. Here's another one. Alright, we're going to get 2 eagles today. How lucky are we? Let's see if we can get just a little bit lower. That other eagle there is a wild eagle. Not part of the presentation. I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. But wedge-tail eagles are master adapters. They have excellent vision. A wedge-tail eagle significant spot of moving rabbits from over a kilometre away. Rabbits make up about 80% of their diet, but they also feed on reptiles, birds and mammals up to the size of a wallaby. Carrion is also eaten, so it helps rid the land of dead animals. Now, wedge-tail eagles soar and glide around in those trees, spread wings, watch it. Their sheer size and power is an impressive sight. Let's get just a bit lower again. I want you to have a look. Those big broad shoulders, that curved beak, and of course, those massive talons will do all the work. Really impressive.
And things like that. And they quite often choose to come over to me and sit on my lap. But they are still little devils, so if they're not happy with something and don't want to do something, they certainly let us know. And we take all of the same precautions that we would with any other devil, if you like. So if we start
but generally, yeah, they have quite a short lifespan, especially for a carnivore, which means they have very quick generation changeovers as well.
Would these two ever fight amongst themselves or anything?
Sometimes they do, yeah. They're certainly getting to the age now where they're starting to test the boundaries with each other, starting to get on each other's nerves sometimes. Sometimes they might, one want more of mum's attention than the other, or needing to fight a little bit with each other. But it's a bit more like play fighting or, you know, just working out a bit of their own hierarchy, not quite full-on fighting or anything like that. But it's something that we monitor, especially as well. Devils are what's called polyestrous, and what that means is that they can come into their estrus cycles, so when they're receptive for breeding 3 times a year. So they have the ability, or they only breed once in a breeding season, but if they haven't been successful during that first estrus, they can be have the chance to breed again a second or a third time. And when you've got animals that are